Lions fans, what's up, everybody? Nothing important. Just want to talk about something that I haven't really heard or seen stories like you would think. But what about the other guys for the Detroit Lions? We gotta keep Glasgow. That's gotta happen. But A'Shawn Robinson, Sam Martin, I mean, you got some guys that you probably should consider bringing back. But ain't too many people really mentioning anything about it though. I'm interested to hear what you guys think about it. Out of those three, do you bring back all three? Who do you bring back? I'm really interested in that because not really too many people have mentioned that. I had one guy in my comments last video mentioning bringing back Glasgow, a guy that can play multiple positions on your line. So it's kind of difficult to be patching up your offensive line and your defensive line in one season. So you got to bring this guy back. That has to happen. But as far as any updated news about our QB1, Channel 4 doubled down on the rumor. That's nice to know. I still need more than the Instagram post though to go off of. Some people in the last video in the comment section said they just want to see somebody else, and they just want to. They don't care if the Lions lose, and I don't know what type of logic that is. I mean, it's like that's typical Lions fans things to say. Like, I mean, we not just changing the roster up because you tired or something. That's just not how it works. Like I said, the Lions are, whether you want to believe it or not, they're in win now mode, which is not win the Super Bowl. Don't get it twisted when I say that. Get to the playoffs. That's what I mean when I say win now, because some people had that mixed up as well. You got to speak in super details around here. They're trying to make the playoffs this year. They have to, because if they don't, they're out of here. So, like I said, in the last video, I'm not going to go too far into it again. It makes no sense for them to trade Stafford. Drafting Tua, that can still happen. Nobody's against that. If you draft him, you got him here, you develop him for a year, because and then consider maybe moving Stafford. So, like I said, you don't want to get him here and put everything on him when he's not even confirmed to be fully healthy. I don't care what they said. You don't do that. That's just not what the Lions are about to do, especially when they have to win this season. The Lions are focused on adding to what they've already been building. Even though his back he was hurt, last year and the year before, he had this lingering back issue thing going on, man. Right now is not the time. Next year or when anything after that, fine. This season is not the time right now. But like I said, from a financial standpoint, even if you try to say Matthew Stafford wants out, which makes absolutely no sense, he's not going to put his wife up to do his dirty work, man, and say, hey, you put it up there because I don't want to do it. Like, what type of dude does that? That's just not the case. He wouldn't have agreed to restructure his contract and make him a little bit more difficult to trade if he wanted out of here. It just don't make, like I said, none of this makes sense. None of it makes sense, man, that he would want to be traded or that the Lions are going to trade him. It just wouldn't make sense. They just did things that just wouldn't make sense, man. I don't know how else to put it. So, I mean, don't get it twisted. This is not opinion thing or whatever you want to call it. I'm looking from a logical standpoint. It just doesn't make sense at all. It just is at all on any level. So, I don't care if you want him out of here or not. You can want whatever the hell you want to want. We talking about football. We're not talking about what you want. Okay. Kids want toys at the store and they can't get it. All right, we talking about this season upcoming, what the Lions are trying to do. I don't care what you're tired of. That's not what this video is for. They got to do some shoring up on that defense. Absolutely 100%. That should be the main focus. Pass rushing. What you're gonna do at cornerback with the Darius Slay situation? You're gonna get rid of him, then get rid of him. But like I said, make sure you have a logical plan behind that. Make sure it's the right thing, or you bringing in the right person. Unless you're gonna what you're gonna get the keys to Oruwariye and draft Okuda. Or you're going to go in free agency and get somebody, or whatever you're going to do, that's fine with me. My thing is I need somebody to put some pressure on quarterbacks. That's all I'm saying. I don't care who you or get at corner or what you're doing. If you don't get no pressure on them damn quarterbacks, the same thing going to happen that happened last season. You got to get pressure on quarterbacks, man. Simple as that. The Lions are in a unique situation where they can go from worst to first in the division based off if they acquire what they need to acquire this season with the money that they have, the draft picks. If they can do what they're supposed to do, they got a chance, because the Vikings they have the worst cap. They're over the cap. They have the worst salary cap situation. The Bears have the 5th worst. The Packers have the 10th worst. And none of them picked before pick 40, I believe it is. 38 or 40. So, like I said, the Lions have 2 picks, being number 3 and number 35. They have cap space. They got money to spend. They have a unique situation where they can go from worst to first. That's why you're seeing the stories being put out there about that from ESPN, and some NFL Network guys are starting to predict them as one of the teams to go from worst to first, because of all the flexibility that Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn finally have this year to really add and do what they need to do to make this team a playoff contender. They have it. So that's why you're seeing those stories starting to pop up, man. It's the salary cap situation. It's the draft situation. The Lions have a legit chance to add some real hitters, man. If they can knock this draft out the ballpark, man, and do well in free agency, man, they can do some things. But yeah, just wanted to bring up things up, man. The other guys, the salary cap situation, update you guys on Stafford. Just want to talk football, man. I love football, so I love to talk football. Go Blue. Go Blue. Especially it's not a fun time to be a Sparty fan right now when it comes to basketball, good Lord, or football. It's a lot of strange things going on in the Sparty universe, especially in basketball. We had to hand them that L. So, yeah, I'm talking trash, Sparty fans. But yeah, I just wanted to chat with y'all, man. That's all I got. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Be safe out there, man. Let's just keep our eyes open.